Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and in this video I'm going to be channeling Adronis, and Adronis is going to be talking on a fascinating subject, making decisions over choices. We are here. At this time, we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius. We send love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. We will speak on the idea as it relates to making decisions over choices. And so on your planet Earth, you have what's known as the law of free will. This law can also be understood as the law of confusion or the law of choice. Now, when you are making a choice, you are basically choosing options. You are looking at avenues that represent, shall we say, an aspect of indecision. When you're actually making a choice, you're not actually making a decision. You're following a choice based upon the idea on a logical or reasonable level, where you feel that the ego is attempting to guide you, and it's no more different than just closing your eyes, putting your hands over them, and saying, I'll go with A, B, C, or D, as it relates to my choice. So making a choice is the idea in that sense of something that may sound reasonable, something that may sound logical, or something that may feel like it may be the path from what others have told you to take, to which you may, even at times reluctantly, decide, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll make this choice. Now, any time that you are brewing choice within yourself, that you have a path, a B path, a C path, a D path, etc., and you decide, well, maybe I'll choose path D because statistically it must logically be the best option for me to choose. And therefore you start walking down that path. You start moving into that alignment. And all of a sudden you notice, oh my goodness, this was not the path to choose. This was not the path to take. What happened? I thought this may logically, rationally, be the particular path that I was to choose, and that this would bring about the result that I was expecting. No, it will not. Any time that you're making a choice, you're only going to experience at best the state of mediocrity relating to that choice. Because if your heart, if your own inner being is not helping you to actually look at yourself and your situation, and you are therefore avoiding looking into the inner being, you are only stuck with choice. So any time that a situation comes your way and you're now being idealistically confused about what option you should take, then you're basically looking at everything through confusion, through the aspect of choice and through the aspect of free will. So this is what creates stagnancy. So when you're basically just stroking your chin, you're scratching your head, and you're not too sure about what to do, it's because you are being bewildered with choice. Choice is not a state of salvation here. Choice is only the result of confusion. You're not too sure what to do. The logic in that sense isn't really giving you all of those ideas about what path to take, and you remain stagnant. And that is what choice does. It is a confusion ideal. Basically, when you're looking at a being that is completely unified and holds clarity, you'll discover that that being has never made choice in regards to where they are right now. They've never actually come down to the point where they've made a choice to go ahead and do something. When you are truly entrusting of yourself, when you feel that connection of the inner being, when you're talking to your heart, when you're going within, and you know that this is the path that I'm going to take, and there's no other need to look at other options. I trust the heart. I trust the inner being. I trust the inner self. I trust my truth. And I therefore start walking. Now you'll notice that that decision will become far beyond mediocrity. It will expand you. It will bring about great excitement, great joy, but most importantly, great naturalness, because you have simply made a decision. You're no longer playing with the olive branch that creates another olive branch, that creates another olive branch, of saying this is choice. So choice is something, again, that represents that state of confusion. Whenever you're playing together with choice, you are ultimately confused, and you remain stagnant because you're thinking so much about what choice to make. This again represents that of a free will human being. What makes a free will human being is that they are completely stuck within choice. They are confused because they don't trust themselves enough to make a choice that would actually allow them to broaden themselves, to follow a path that is natural. And when you follow that path that is natural, it's not a choice, it's a decision. So, you are in your own home, a situation has emerged, and now you're reflecting upon that situation, but now you decide to tune within. You go to your heart, you open your heart up, and you say, "Heart, this is my decision. What would be the best course of action for me to go with as it relates to this decision?" The heart now gives you the information. All right, I will go with it. You didn't need to make one single choice in that moment. You simply asked a question, your heart responded, you therefore trust your heart, and you move forward with it. As long as you are able to do this every moment of every day, you will become a unified being. You will become a whole being. Because here's the thing, it's all about being able to develop a rapport, a relationship with your own heart, with your own inner being, with your own higher self, with your own universal mind. Whichever you want to put in there is fine. But the more that you're able to trust yourself and know that the path that you choose isn't actually based on choice, but it is actually based on decision. I have made the decision and I'm going with this. No choice necessary. And so we have talked previously, in times past as it were, relating to that of unified worlds. And that upon these unified worlds, choice doesn't exist. And this is what we mean, is that those that are a part of this unified world are so in touch with their own inner being, it no longer becomes a state of confusion. In fact, if you were to meet other beings beyond your world, who were completely contained within the idea of choice, you're looking at a free will civilization, not a unified one. And so those that decide to use choice, and again look at all of these different olive branches, all these different roads, are again stuck within a state of confusion. And it's only when you actually allow yourself to make a decision that you come out of that state of confusion, that you come out of that aspect of free will. So, the idea past free will is unified will, is the idea of receiving clarity through complete and total trust of yourself, of your heart, of your inner being, of your higher self, and walking down that path without any procrastination, without any particular form of judgment or ridicule upon the self, or feeling that, I don't know if I should go this way because logically this may not make sense, etc. And then again, you get stuck back into that loop of choice again. All of these branches extending, what branch should I choose? The less that you are able to work with choice, the more that you are unifying yourself as a whole. So the whole idea here is that when you are feeling a situation coming together, and you feel, oh my goodness, I must make a choice, stop yourself and tune into yourself and just witness the situation and going into your heart and saying, this situation has happened. Heart, what is my best course of action to do? The heart therefore tells you what to do. Go ahead and do it. Even if it sounds simple, even if it's something that you may not have a great deal of clarity at all on, there's an impression that you know exactly where you're walking, and go forward. Sometimes that advice may say, go and explore this further because you need to have more stimuli before you can actually follow the path entirely. And so go and follow that piece of advice. Go to someone who you may feel may help you out with this idea if you are being guided to do so. So it is the internal guidance that you therefore trust that creates decision. So this is basically the aspect of the antidote to confusion. Not only is it kindness, but it's the idea of that pure state of trust, that love that you have for yourself. So love, trust, kindness, indeed, is the antidote to confusion. So all this really takes is giving yourself more time to look within. Rather than saying I have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, all of these different forms of choices available, you're now completely shutting that away. You're shooing it away. You're letting it go and saying, nope, I'm not going to go the A, B, C, D, E game. I'm going to go within myself. I'm going to work and listen to what my own inner being is saying. As I listen, I am able to trust. As I trust, I'm able to make a decision. As I make a decision, I'm able to apply. Those are the 4 keys. Listen to yourself. Listen to what your own inner being is telling you. Trust the process. Trust what you are receiving. Make a decision. That decision is based upon what I trust. Apply it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 steps are all it takes. So, it's not about feeling that you must be in haste here, because haste will lead to choice. I need to make a decision right now. I don't have time to focus on anything. All this is happening. I need to get this done, etc., 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 etc. Then you're basically going to fall back into choice. A, B, C, D, E, F, etc. So it's all about making sure that you give yourself that inner space. Not through time, but actually through presence. Because time is only giving you the idea of lingering based upon the state of choice. It's about surrendering to presence. And when you are centered here and now, and you're listening, and you're trusting, and you're deciding, and therefore you're applying that, you are a unified being by doing such a thing. That's simply the way it is as it relates to unified worlds. They don't make choices. They make decisions. And if you truly want to align in that way, and allow yourself to make a decision based upon a situation by being present, which means you're being outside of time, outside of space. You're here, you're grounded, you're centered, you're now. That is what's going to bring about great transformation as you become decisive. The decisive one is the one of clarity. The one that trusts their own inner being and applies their own guidance to follow a path that they know without a shadow of a doubt it is their truth. That is one who has clarity. That is a unified being. That is transcending free will. That is moving together with the flow. That is symbiosis. It is the lower self working together with the higher self, and they combine. And as they combine, now choice no longer becomes an existence for them. They no longer are confused by the parallels of choice. Because again, that's all choice is. It is confusion, it is free will. Free will is based upon confusion, the ability to make choice. Unified will is the ability to decide and apply without any choice whatsoever. So, look into what you prefer, for this is something that is being shared to you and helping yourself to move past the idea, the fog of choice, of confusion, of free will, and come into unified beingness and clarity. Thank you everybody for tuning in to New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Please feel free to visit our website, newearthteachings.com. Private sessions, digital courses, blog, free media, and a lot more. Again, newearthteachings.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the next video. Take care.